Hey guys, how's it going? We are here for a Q&A and we are filming with my bestie Kate from Hello Garden. She is I'm not supposed to be up here. Nobody's supposed to be up here.
No. We call this the crow's nest because from up here, you can see everything. Like we're
on a perch and there's a million people walking around us. We have zero shame right now.
Yeah, we have no shame. We're just like full weirdos on the internet. It's great. Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But you're gonna help me with my Q&A.
I know. I'm so tickled. Okay.
So usually Brent helps me with my Q&A because I'm super dyslexic and I can't read names. And so if I don't have him with me, I mispronounce names or words all the time.
Yeah.
And so usually he's on the other side of the camera. So now we get somebody on this side of the camera. So we're going to jump into it because we're going to make it quick so we're not up here for an hour because usually Brent and I are filming for a little over an hour.
At this point, I feel like we're performance art.
We are. The live garden display. How to use Kate's garden.
Yeah, how to use Kate's garden. Yeah.
It is. So last week we did It's Official, I Quit, where I announced that I quit my job.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud.
It was so scary.
Yeah.
We did, we finally finished the metal edging.
Yeah.
And then 15 yards of soil just arrived. Final touches on filling the beds, and then an Unreal Garden show, which is the video that released while it's already out.
Oh, is it?
It's already out, yeah. So we're filming this. What is today? Friday?
I'm in a time warp.
Great question.
Great question. Excellent, Robbie. Excellent.
We're all getting here like at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And the show closes at 8. You're staying after to water.
Yeah.
I'm staying to get more footage. And then there's dinners. And like, I didn't go to bed last night till like probably 2:30. And then I was back here by 7.
Yeah. We were up editing about the same. Yeah, because I think what people don't understand is after everyone goes home, we still have to like
keep these plants alive.
Deadhead. We have to like water. It's insane. The work doesn't start. Oh, and Claire behind me was scrubbing her floors yesterday.
Oh, I bet. She has so many people in her garden. Her garden is amazing.
It is so fabulous.
Every time I tried to film in it, there was a million people in there. So I had to film when there was no one here at like 7 a.m. one morning.
Claire is super talented. Yeah. I have a lot of
her whole thing is because you guys are zone 9 now, and her whole garden is all about you guys.
I don't understand it. I still plant like I'm a zone 7.
Yeah.
Because I want my clients to be successful, and sometimes those zone 9s they get really tender.
The brand new zones it's new. So it needs to be taken with like a grain of salt.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
So Kate's going to read the questions so I don't have to read them and mess
baby. Up. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm like scroll through. Okay.
So the first video.
Oh, yes. It's official. I quit. Mm-hmm. Should we add a second story to our house?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we're talking about staying long term.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, wild. Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
She doesn't watch any of my videos. It's like you've been busy.
It's like I've been busy doing something. I know. I saw your video come through with the mulch, and I was like, or the dirt, and I was like, that's what I'm doing today. Okay.
Same.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, did that tattoo on your cuticle finger hurt more than any of your others?
This one.
I can't wait to meet you this week. This is from Tracy.
Oh, I met Tracy.
Oh, did you meet her?
I met Tracy, yeah.
God, Tracy's a hoot.
Tracy's a hoot. She was amazing.
She's here today, right?
I haven't seen her.
Okay, she's supposed to be here. I've been looking for her because she's this big and curly hair.
She's
awesome.
the sweetest thing ever.
She's super sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
This tattoo actually was like one of my least painful. This one and the one behind my ear.
Oh.
Like I thought this one and the one behind my ear were going to be the most painful, and they were like the least painful. The most painful ones were the ones on my shins.
Okay.
That was terrible. Other than that, everything else has been like, I mean, I guess I have a pretty high tolerance for pain, but
yes,
everything else has been like, it hurts. But the shin was the worst. This was totally fine.
That was totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very sweet. Gianna Harris 708 says, love your videos. You will crush this going full time. Does your Hall's japonica lose its leaves in the fall/winter? Does it act like a deciduous or a semi-evergreen? I'm in zone 8 near Seattle. Heyo.
Okay.
And fear it will lose its leaves. Thanks for any advice.
So, I mean, you guys definitely get colder than we get. Ours is pretty much an evergreen. I don't even want to say it's a semi-evergreen. Like the leaves get dull, but they don't drop. I mean, maybe a few leaves drop, but for us, it's basically an evergreen. You guys up this way, it's probably going to be a semi-evergreen, so you're probably still going to have some leaves on it up here, but it's not going to drop all of them.
I would say we're probably going to get some like winter foliage where you get that dulling, but it's going to be semi.
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Oh, this is interesting. I love when people give like interesting perspectives.
Yeah.
So this is from Alice RD451. And she says, could you dry brush the detailing on the mirror like you did the swan? It would help the details pop a little bit more. The little Burlap barn has some great spring items in. Thanks for sharing them with us at the holidays. We used to do cut up pantyhose to tie plants to stakes. Do they even sell them anymore?
Do they even sell them anymore?
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't shop for them.
You're not wearing a lot
I'm
of
not wearing them.
You're not wearing a lot of pantyhose.
I actually did see somebody who did pantyhose, and in the fall time, they put concrete in the pantyhose, and then they tied string around it, and they made pumpkins out of them. And then you cut the pantyhose off, and you get little concrete pumpkins. I thought that was genius.
Okay, that's a genius idea.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Wait, what was the question? Oh, the mirror.
The mirror, dry brushing the mirror.
Yeah, I totally could, which actually is so genius because I just painted those trellises, and it means that I can now paint the mirror the color of the trellises, and then I can white brush it, and it'll have a really nice effect.
I'm really excited to see that whole space come together because you're doing so much transformation. And I've been insanely busy, but I've been keeping a little tab on the project, and it's all I can do not to bombard you.
There's very exciting things that may or may not be happening that I cannot talk about.
I can't.
I'm so excited. I cannot talk about any of it quite yet.
Okay. Suspense.
Okay,
so last question. I'm going to just do 4.
We're keeping it short.
Oh, actually, I was curious about this one. This is from Jessica Cook, 8186. Do you cut your own hair? It looks extra great in this video. You also seem extra happy. Congratulations
I'm so
again.
happy. Thank you.
Amazing.
I don't cut my own hair. I have cut it during like the whole pandemic and everything. I definitely was cutting my own hair.
Yep.
But I just go to whoever has an opening at the barber shop when I was working there.
Do you cut Brent's hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my thing used to be like, I would be like, you can make an appointment. You can come into the barber shop. I'm not bringing my stuff home. And then he's like, I'm not making an appointment. So it'd be whoever would go the longest. And all of a sudden I'd be like, I can't look at you any longer. And then I would bring my stuff home and I'd cut his hair.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's so perfect. Okay, are you ready? Next video. All right, this is coming from, we finally finished the metal edging, huge garden progress. This is awesome. Okay, now this is interesting. I'm curious about this one because my zone behaves differently than yours.
Yeah.
This is from Peggy Ann, 1961, and she says, I didn't realize the cardboard had to be layered that thickly. Question, is that usual, or do you do that many due to the Bermuda grass? This is so exciting to watch. Zone 3, Manitoba, Canadian girly.
Wait, is that Peggy? Is that what you said?
Yes,
oh,
Peggy Ann.
Peggy.
Yeah.
Yes, I have 2 Peggies from Manitoba. Isn't that so funny?
I love it.
2 from Manitoba. So with the cardboard, I am layering it that thick just to smother the Bermuda grass.
Yeah.
Because Bermuda grass is scary. And those beds, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to, like, reach all the way back down into the very bottom of those beds. So I did really thick cardboard. You can see, like, Janie, when she did her cardboard, she did sheets that she just rolled out. And hers wasn't super thick. But, I mean, I've gone down to her place, and it was pretty much eliminated, which is really nice. There was little bits that, like, came up for, like, the seams or whatever. And so she's just, like, gotten on top of that. But for the most part, I was shocked at how the cardboard really worked. I was a little skeptical about it.
Yes.
And so to see it work, I was like, okay, I can do that now.
Now, in your zone, how long is that taking to break down?
We're really dry. So if that wasn't an area that I didn't have irrigation, it would be there for a couple years. But
really?
Oh, yeah. We're so dry there.
Yeah, we're insanely wet up here.
We don't rain at all in the summer.
Yeah.
So we get rain now, and we're going to stop getting rain here. We'll stop getting rain in April.
Oh.
And then that's it until maybe at the earliest November.
Wow.
November, December, January, February, March, April. So like 6 months. And it's like a rainstorm here and there. It's not like rain.
Yeah.
And it's like not even 1/10 of an inch.
I couldn't stand to live without rain.
It's so dry and there's no rain. But I can be outside in the garden every single day.
That is the challenge I've found, is being outside regularly. Yeah. You know, filming is a little bit different.
Filming makes it even harder.
It makes it even harder. I don't mind going out when it rains. I just don all my gear and then I'm out, but it makes for a terrible video.
Right.
Okay, next question. Hello, Robbie and Brent. This is from Anita, 1969. Love how it is all going through. I love the cut flower garden areas. I see a studio or a mini greenhouse in the back and maybe an entryway to it. with an oval trellis right at the front door with either climbing roses or some sort of vine. Whatever you decide to do, it will be beautiful. That is a wildly specific image. Did that conjure it? Did she kill it? We don't know.
We don't know. To be continued.
To be continued. I love that dream for you. Okay. All right. Last question is from Connie. This is Connie Sarn.
Connie's an RN.
Oh, Connie San, RN 2730. Oh my God, I can't even talk right now. When you say dirt, do you mean compost? That is $ for dirt. It's looking so good, and I love how well you two work together. I agree. I agree.
Listen, I'm just here to maybe, I'm not here to teach anybody anything. I'm here to do everything wrong.
It's fine. We learn.
Oh, no, I get corrected, and then I still do it wrong. So when I say dirt, it could even come in a bag, and it could be like $45 dirt, and it is still dirt.
Okay. So you're just buying topsoil?
No, I was buying, it's compost. It's got everything. It's like the best soil out there. I just call it dirt.
Sure. It works.
You guys got to remember, I'm from the mountains, and I'm uneducated.
Oh, you're not uneducated. You're learning.
I won't remember.
Okay.
So yes. If it was dirt, it would definitely be expensive, but I did mean soil and compost. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Next video, we are talking 15 yards of soil just arrived. Soil.
Oh wait, no, somebody corrected me. It said dirt, and so I changed the title.
Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, so 15 yards of soil just arrived. Race against the storm to transform our garden. Okay, let's do this one because it's like a good, easy one, and it's very on brand for this moment right now.
Yeah.
As you know, I jokingly designed this garden for Robbie. So
literally,
question number one.
There's willow trees, there is court and steel, there's benches, there's a espalier, there's everything that I love in this garden.
Everything he loves. Okay, so this one is at Febakashi 88888. Hey, what kind of willow is that? I heard that willows can have extensive roots. I wanted to have a dappled willow in standard tree form, but I wasn't sure. Sidebar, dappled willow standard tree form. I'm sure he's talking about like a Hakuro Nishiki, which
I have one ordered. I ordered one.
Oh, I totally have used them in a pot. They are so fabulous.
So that's totally different than your weeping willow tree. So that is a globe willow. Is that what we have?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a willow here, and it's very different than
I have a golden willow.
Yeah. So they're totally different trees.
Yes.
I mean, willow, yes, they like lots of water. But as far as I have a dappled willow that I just ordered, and it's going to get big, but it's not going to be big like a willow. Dappled willows are so beautiful though. It's not going to be a weeping willow.
Yeah.
Where it's going to have big roots, but it's not going to be nearly as big as a weeping willow tree. So if you don't plant it close to your house, you don't plant it close to sewer lines, water lines, septic lines, it'll get into your septic. Ours is planted at the back of our property, away from our septic tank. Otherwise, it'll go in there. Yeah. It'll clog your leach lines. So you have to be smart when planting a willow tree and make sure that it is away from everything. I would probably even any type of willow, just because they will go towards where there is water.
Yeah.
But other willows are not as extensive compared to like a globe willow.
Correct. And I think this is really a good point on education in general, is like, even if you're talking about like the family cornice, which is a dogwood, you've got dogwood trees, dogwood shrubs. There's even a dogwood ground cover that we have as a native here. So do your own research, educate yourself. Everything is going to have its own kind of
depending on the variety. And
yes, absolutely. So great. There's so many cute comments here about you and Brent being an awesome team, which I co-sign.
Really good team. We're a really good team.
Okay, let's do this one. This is from Susan Bushing 8165. She says, "Looking good. You guys make a great team. Did you think about leaving the pathed green grass instead of gravel? So much easier and really pretty."
We did.
Oh, interesting.
We don't rain, so I have to run irrigation to all of that. And it would, just be so much water.
Yep.
And then we started trenching and we did the irrigation for what we're keeping as our lawn. And my plan was to have lawn pathways. Okay. And once we did that small section, I was like, no way am I trenching all of this. So
trenching is a lot of, even if you have the ditch witch,
which is what we use. We use the ditch witch. Yeah. And it took us all day to do a straight line and to do our lawn.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm over this. So we're going to do gravel. Gravel is just as beautiful.
Gravel's great. It actually is a more eco-friendly choice based on your zone because you can't be spending all of that water watering grass. That's really going to have a hard time surviving.
And I will always have grass. I'm not ever going to dog grass. I will always have grass in my garden. I just don't need that much grass. And I don't know.
Do your dogs rip up your lawn?
No. Our dogs behave so well with lawn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I keep them very hydrated, so we get very few burn spots on our lawn.
That's a really good point.
Also, Freya, when she pees, she like walks and pees, so that helps a lot. She's like, what is happening? I've got other things to do.
It's like dapple, dapple, dapple.
Yeah.
I get a lot of questions about landscaping with dogs. And so, but up here, if you have a dog that's active, it'll trash your lawn.
Oh, because you guys are so wet.
We're so wet. It'll just rip up your lawn.
See, we're so dry that the lawn sucks it up and then it dries out. So it's never a mud pit.
It's never an issue.
No, it's never an issue.
So cool. Okay, this is actually a question that I feel as a designer is a really fun one.
Okay.
This one is from at 1430 Chef. And they said, that looks so great already. I can't wait to see how you planted up this spring. But like heart to heart, this is so cool. How does it feel to have your vision come to life finally?
It feels really good. This has been, so I've actually had this garden plan for, I think like 3 years now at this point.
Yeah.
This has been the plan.
You've sat with this for a very long time, which I think, I hope people understand and pay attention to, because your dreaming of this space has been really wonderful to see.
It's been years of trying to make this come together. But I was like, we're on a 1/4 acre. If I do this first year that we're here, I can't experiment ever again.
Oh, interesting.
So the very first year that we were there, I did all vegetables. And then I learned, I don't like vegetables. I'm not a vegetable gardener. So we took it all out, even though I already had a plan. And then I did some landscape stuff, and I was experimenting. I was like, I want to know what grows best, what doesn't grow, what do I actually like. And then 3rd year, we did the cut flower garden. And that was like, I was like, before we ever do a landscape that's permanent, I want to do a cut flower garden. So we did the entire thing cut flower garden. And I was set on the plan that we're doing now at that point. And then we had our wedding, so we couldn't do the plan because I was like, well, we have to get married. So let's get married and do all of that. And then we're finally now doing the final plan. So it feels really good to like have it come to fruition.
Do you feel like, as you're planning it out, is it what you thought in your head? Is it better? Or
it's definitely better.
Do you feel like when you're navigating it, do you find yourself wanting to make little changes here and there?
Yeah. So so we're calling them the jelly beans because they kind of look like jelly beans. The original plan was it was going to be a backwards C. There wasn't going to be an opening to the other side. And then I was like, this is stupid, because what happens if I want to get to the other side? I have to walk all the way around. I was like, let's just open it up. And then it'll be a view from one side all the way to the other. And so there's been like small things that have evolved for sure, but for the most part, we're sticking to the plan. But it feels really good to finally have it like happen.
It's so good. I'm very excited for you guys.
There are some changes coming though.
But I also want to point out, you did something really smart, which is you waited.
Yeah.
And it like, I think we all get that urge to do something, but you and Brent were very, very smart in waiting to see how you actually behaved in the house.
Yeah. I thought that was important.
Super good. Okay, next video is final touches, filling beds, placing boulders, and prepping for irrigation.
That was good. Those boulders
my God,
were a pain.
So good.
Have you ever had to move a giant boulder like without proper equipment?
No, I hire people to do these things.
Next time we will be hiring people to do these things.
This is why I'm a designer, not an installer. Okay. Okay, so here are questions. Question number 1. This is from Amy Schmidt, 5523. She says, yes, looking great. Question, you have probably already thought about this, but how about drainage for the jelly beans? I see the bricks came in very handy.
Okay, so as far as drainage for the jelly beans, they're open on the bottom. So I'm not worried about like drainage. They're never going to pool up with water.
Yeah.
We're running the irrigation in them. Our soil, it like pulls the moisture down and it disperses. We don't have clay soil, so I don't ever have to worry about anything bogging up ever. And then one of the beds is on top of the willow tree. That's going to suck up all the moisture as it is anyway. So that won't even matter. And the one that's closest to the house, I want to plant a couple of trees that are in there also and make that feel really cozy in there and really like special. Not like you're sitting in like a perch like we are right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about any drainage on that. They're open on the bottom.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And they don't get and so, but it drains really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our soil.
Too quickly?
No.
Great.
No.
Great.
Everything stays nice and wet as you want it to stay wet, but nothing just holds on to moisture. It's really nice.
It's so amazing.
We have the best soil.
So this next one is from @ScribeNe. And they said, does the willow have water specifically to it? I know they are thirsty creatures. That's super interesting. I didn't see you run the irrigation on that.
Okay, so with now, yes, technically it has irrigation because all the bed. But before, we didn't have irrigation to that willow tree. What we did is all of that area was lawn. And so we didn't have in-ground sprinklers. So what we had was above ground sprinklers, and we would make sure that the willow tree was getting a ton of extra water.
Okay.
Because we're so hot and we're so dry, that thing has to have so much water. They're such thirsty plants. They need that water. And the only way you're going to keep it looking really good is to continue to give it a lot of water.
So even with all of that water usage, would you still plant the willow?
100%. I think they're such beautiful trees.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I like them.
You have one.
Obviously I like them. Okay, so last question on this video. It is from @32Dras. He said, will that metal edging rust like Corten steel for cladding or stay metallic? I'm looking forward to see how your garden will progress. I'm gardening too, but my garden is more park-like, veggie garden mixed with some cutting flowers on one side and lawn with flowering shrubs and ornamental trees on
sounds like
the other.
a magical little park.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about steel edging.
Okay, so we do have Corten steel metal edging. It's all going to rust. It's not going to stay that shiny metal edge. It's actually already started to rust.
Yeah.
And that rust is a protective barrier on it.
Yeah.
Makes it last 100 years. So.
You know what's funny is they actually sell a spray that you can treat it. Have you ever used it?
No.
It's really cool. You literally spray it on and then you can wipe it in, and the more you water it, the more it will rust
faster.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. No, it's amazing stuff though. It's beautiful. I mean, we're sitting behind a giant wall of it.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
It's really fun.
It's really fun. Oh my gosh, last video. All right, this one is near and dear to my heart.
I know.
This video is an Unreal Garden show. Nothing else compares.
And nothing else has compared to this.
I agree.
There's nothing else that compares. And I talked to a lot of people that came and they were like, yeah, I've been to some amazing garden shows, and they're like, this is it.
Yeah.
Nothing else compares to this.
Do you know how long I've been coming here?
No.
I'm almost at 25 years coming to this show. I was like 20 and no one my age was here.
So I started coming when I was 5.
When I was 5. Okay, shall we question it
up?
up?
Question.
Okay.
Last 3 questions. We're
trying to get
my
through gosh,
this.
So fun. Okay. Okay, this is from @Suzanne, my 8 week, and it says, did anything at the show inspire you for your own garden? This is so good.
Oh,
it's
my
so
gosh.
good.
There has been so much inspiration. I have so many photos and so many videos of new plants that I want to try in my garden. I mean, your little seating area that you have with your fountain, I love that. I love how sweet that literally makes you like want to like cry. It feels like it's like a beautiful little area right there.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of things, and your other container that has the moss in it, that's a moss, right?
Yeah, it's a Selaginella, and
it's one underwhelming plant in a beautiful container, but it's actually kind of an overwhelming plant, or it's perfect for that.
Well, it's like the art of simplicity.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Literally, instead of, I'm somebody who packs it full.
These containers are very maximalist, but to have one that is just beautifully full.
Calm.
Yeah.
And then things like, I see people doing these, the Pyrrheus japonicas, and there's somebody over there who has one in a huge container, and it is limbed up, and so it's turned into a tree, and it is so beautiful. And I have one of these, and now I'm like, well, shoot.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
So
there's been so much inspiration that I've taken from this. This has definitely been like an experience of a lifetime. This is amazing. I cannot wait to come back next year.
It's been fun to have you in our city.
It's been
really fun. It's been so fun. Okay. Another great question from @FabricandFlowers83. They said, can anyone go to this? If so, how expensive is it?
It's not expensive at all. Kate did get me tickets. I will say that. So thank you, Kate.
Well,
because I got
you're
access
my VIP.
so I could come in at 7 a.m. and film.
Yeah.
anyone can come to this. It is open to the public, but you do have to buy tickets. Do you know what tickets
Oh, they're
run?
like $28, $25. And also every year they do it's like half price tickets or something the day after as like a Black Friday special.
Mm.
I get them every year. Every year.
Yeah. So you can get tickets, I mean, less than $30.
It is the cheapest entertainment money can buy, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's all day. Get here when they open. You will be here all day. When I first walked in, I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. It's this, and then there's a room to the side.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wait, there's a little room over here. And you get to that little room over there, and you're like, oh, wait, there's another room over here. And you get to that room, and you're like, oh, my gosh, there's another room over here.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I also feel like the amount of knowledge that you get from the speakers here is unparalleled.
It's insane.
So for me, I would love to come for 2 days. One day
is probably not enough.
One day is not enough if you want to do speakers. I would say that.
Yeah, I've been here for today is day 3.
Yeah.
And I've only gotten to 2 speakers.
The speakers are so good.
Yeah.
They're so good. Okay, next one. Okay, last question from this video. This is from Maker Snoopy.
Maker Snoopy. Yeah.
Maker Snoopy.
Yeah.
They said, what an amazing video. Thank you, Robbie, for showing all the beautiful gardens. I love the antiques. Mm-hmm. Did you buy any of the swans or the baskets?
I didn't.
Did you go to Details Home and Garden?
Are they back in the corner?
Yes,
I did.
They probably had the swans.
They did. They had the swans, and they're so gorgeous. They're just solid concrete. They're cement, and they were this big and this tall. And I was like, I can't fit that in a suitcase.
I think he got them from Round Top.
My plan is to go to Round Top. If you don't know about Round Top, look it up. Do you want to go to Round Top with me?
Yeah, sidebar, we're going to Round Top. It's so good.
It is a whole town. It is miles of antiques.
Yeah.
It is one of the best things that I've ever done in my entire life. It was phenomenal.
So you've been?
Oh, I've been. Have you been?
I've never been. Round Top and Brimfield, both of those places are on my radar. I love a thrift.
Okay,
I love an antique. Okay.
We will go, and I drove out there. I was driving my mom. They were moving out to Texas. I drove her out there, and I towed a boat out there.
Yeah.
Dropped off the boat, and then I was looking on the calendar. I was like, well, what's to do in Texas around this time? And it said go to Round Top. I was like, oh, it's right now. And it just happened to be when I was taking a boat out there. I drove down there. My car was packed to the brim with stuff from Round Top.
Man, that sounds like so much fun.
It was so much fun. I spent one day. It was not enough because that's all I had time for.
What do you think you need, like 3 days?
Minimum 2. Okay, actually, the little Burlap barn, they are hosting a event where they take you out there. They host you in this little Airbnb, and it is the most beautiful Airbnb. It's like they shuttle you to Round Top. Anything you buy, they worry about bringing it back.
Because that is like, how do you do that? How do you make that happen?
If you buy a large item, they have shipping cargoes that they have go pick up your item and bring it back to where you live.
Genius.
Yeah, and they're like, if you buy small items, just the best way is to just put it in your suitcase, bring an extra suitcase or whatever, or FedEx it back. But if you're buying like big items, they will have them shipped to you. So the little Burlap barn, I think they're just now about this time releasing it, so check them out. I've talked about the little Burlap barn multiple times. Cool. I did a collab with them during the Christmas time. Somebody actually just mentioned them today.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So yeah, we need to go to Round Top.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, guys, that is going to be it. We're gonna get off this perch. There's been so many people who have stopped and just stared at us. This has been so fun.
I'm so tickled to have you in my city, and I feel overjoyed that we get to show you what just an incredible Northwest gardening community we have. So thank you for coming. Thanks for being here.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.